here. How many people have been out to our cafeimprov.com website? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. More of you need to go out to our cafeim.com website because we have all of the information about the upcoming shows. We've got the past shows out there. And as I said earlier, you can do time travel. You can actually go back in time. And there's the best of Cafe Improv as well as links to some other information as well. So as I get set up here for Tom Johnston. Tom is originally from Bronx, New York, and he now resides in White House Station, New Jersey. He's been awarded a Jersey Acoustic Music Award for Best New Act with his niece, Deirdre Forrest, 2 Top 10 Albums of the Year from the Irish Voice, and was named Hunterdon County's Favorite Entertainer for 2022 by the Hunterdon Happening magazine. He's got 5 solo records, hundreds of shows, and much critical acclaim, and he's working with his producer and son, Stephen Johnston. So he's got a website, which is thomas-johnston-music.com.
Now let's make sure we got that guitar coming through there. Oh, yes. Sounding beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, we are extremely pleased to welcome for the very first time ever here to Cafe Improv, Thomas Johnston.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It never fails. I follow an act that's just, I mean, that's a nickel that's worth $100 as far as I'm concerned. So thank you all for having me to stop and coming by to support Cafe Improv. It's a really treat to be here. And it's okay if I do originals? Okay, that's what I brought. So this one is from my most recent album, which came out last summer, called Traveling Companions. And this is a song about the joys of homemade baked goods. Y'all know about that, right? It's called It's Baking Day. Today I staggered home from work. The world outside had gone berserk. I shut the door, exhausted from the fray. Then I was jolted awake. What is that smell? 1 second elapsed, I could tell. Holy moly, it's baking day. Baking day makes everything all right. And I don't mind if my pants get tight. It's baking day. I walked over to the kitchen. Let me tell you, buddy, I was itching to see what masterpieces adorn the tray. In her apron she held a rolling pin. There was no way to contain my grin. Hallelujah, it's baking day. Baking day makes everything all right. And I don't mind if my pants get tight. It's baking day. Nothing better after a dinner of chicken and noodles than a glass of milk and half a dozen snickerdoodles. Gingerbread, checkerboard, marble, and apricot crisps. Salted caramel, butterscotch, and chocolate chip. Did I forget to mention Christmas? That's the time when the missus labors to create the ultimate cookie display. It Doesn't matter what our family sent us. What's in the cookie tins are the real presents. For 3 weeks in December, it's baking day. Baking day makes everything alright. And I don't mind if my pants get tight. It's baking day. Thank you very much. Thank you. No fooling, 3 weeks in December. It's, you gain weight just smelling the air. Yeah, oh dear. This next song, find the capo in here. I got the parking thing, I've got the, there we go. This is from my More Songs to Sing album. And this is from an article I read about the Irish laborers who helped build the Empire State Building in 1930 and 1931. Irishmen who had come over from a rather troublesome time in Irish history, a little problem with the neighbors. But what's amazing is that it took 14 months to put that structure up. I don't think you can get a permit in New York for a building in 14 months these days. But so this is a song from the viewpoint of one of those workers up on the high steel. It's called This Close to Heaven. A fugitive from a divided land, came to New York with blood on my hand. For the laborer, much work to be found. In 1929, the world came crashing down. Suddenly, there was no work to do, till a man said, come work on our crew. And I'll never get this close to heaven, as I am walking on this steel. Smith and Raskar brought the plan to life, an ambitious undertaking in a time of strife. Building so high one could shake the hand of God. Foreman said, ready son, I only gave a nod. The concrete poured and the rivets put in place. Toil and strain etched on every face. And I'll never get this close to heaven, as I am walking on this steel. I left an island torn, poor and tired and battle worn. In America I hope to find a chance to leave that life behind. Once one floor is done, another floor is begun, reaching up to a shroud woven of silk and cloud. 14 months for that building to rise. People stopped and stared, couldn't believe their eyes. This majestic monument gives hope to a city where bread lines and soup kitchens are cold reality. Looking back, I'm proud to be in that fraternity. The Empire State will stand for all eternity. And I'll never get as close to heaven as I was walking on that steel. Thank you all very much. Thank you. This one's from my first album. The album was titled Highway Signs and Highway Lines. And this is my first attempt at a love song. She hasn't left, so I guess it worked. In fact, we have our 40th anniversary coming up in September. Well, applaud her, because the crap she's had to put up with for 40 years is... I always tell her on that date, you know, if you had 2 less beers down at the old Rutgers pub, when she told me she was so attracted to me, and I turned around, who's she talking to? I don't know, but it's been good. But I wrote this for her, and she's over there somewhere. I call this my ride home song, so if she's here and I play it, I get a ride home. So this is called You Take Me. You take me where the eagles fly across the azure sky. Make the clouds disappear so the sun shines clear on me. You take me where the rivers flow, a soothing gentle breeze that blows. No matter what life throws our way, we always manage to stay on course. Take me to your bed where I can rest my weary head. You wait patiently to show me all the love you have for me. You take me where the stars align, celestial portraits where they shine. In the light that is your smile, I think I'd like to stay a while with you. This window of time, secure in knowing you are mine, I tell you how much I adore you. In this window of time, secure in knowing you are mine, I tell you how much I adore you. You take me where the rainbows end, I know on you I can depend. A gentle kiss, a warm embrace, a reassuring touch of my face. Take me where the eagles fly across the azure sky. You make the clouds disappear so the sun shines clear on me. In this window of time, secure in knowing you are mine, I tell you how much I adore you. Thanks very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is, prior to COVID, I was fortunate to get to play a whole lot. I was doing 140, 150 shows a year, and mostly in Hunterdon County. Thank you. And I just love doing what I do, you know, and as long as people enjoy the music I play, then that's what means the most. That's what counts the most. So I hope you're all enjoying these original songs. This, thank you. This one I wrote, where we live in Hunterdon County, we look, our front faces west, and we have these beautiful views of hills and such, and we get some amazing sunsets out there. Lots of colors, primarily indigo. It's a really just a beautiful, beautiful area. And being from the Bronx, New York, it's, wow. I didn't know places like that existed when I was growing up. But so it combines, this combines the being out on the road and loving that, but just that desire after a while where I got to get home and I got to put my feet up. And so this one is for my More Songs to Sing album, and this is called Indigo Sunset. Life is full of surprises. You think you have it all figured out. Suddenly, you're dancing on marbles, heading to where you thought you'd never go. The road is quite the fickle lover. Sometimes she'll take you by the hand. Other times, with sunshine all around you, a rain cloud that's right above your head. Radio on as I roll along the highway, land that I call home coming into view. Indigo sunset sure looks pretty, but not as pretty as you. Experience can border on romantic. You feel it as you move from town to town. Eventually, the grind does take over. Your heart longs to turn homeward bound. Radio on as I roll along the highway, land that I call home coming into view. Indigo sunset sure looks pretty, but not as pretty as you. Your eyes expressing your passion, your smile tells me all I need to know. Your kiss has resurrectional powers. I can't wait to get home to you. Radio on as I roll along the highway, land that I call home coming into view. Indigo sunset sure looks pretty, but not as pretty as you. Radio on as I roll along the highway, land that I call home coming into view. Indigo sunset sure looks pretty, but not as pretty as you. Thank you very much. Thank you. How are we doing on time there? I got one more for you. One more is good. So I'm writing for oh my God, I can't believe I say that, album number 5. And there's a Christmas EP in there too. This has all been very accidental. I had been away from it for a number of years, and then I started getting back into it around 10, 11 years ago, and I was in a duo with my niece, Deirdre Forrest, who was I think 21 at the time, and the biggest Led Zeppelin fan I've ever met. And but this little redheaded Irish girl with a voice like Etta James and Aretha, and so we did an album. We won that Jersey Acoustic Music Award for Best New Act, and so it was a couple of years. It was magical. It was wonderful, and then we went our separate ways. And I didn't quite know what I was going to do, and here I am, you know, all this time later. But I get to work with my son, which is awesome, and we have a studio at home now, and so we'll be. We've got more than half of the songs written now, so. Probably the fall, hopefully. So we'll see. This song is going to be on it. This is a, like I was talking about with Patty, my wife, when she turned to me and said, "I'm so attracted to you," and I turned and looked behind me to see who she was talking to. And so this comes from that memory, and this is called "The Effect You Have on Me." I could jump over that mountain. I could walk across the deep blue sea. I could run faster than that southbound train. That's the effect you have on me. I never thought that a girl like you would ever give me the time of day. I was convinced my dream would not come true until you happened to look my way. I could jump over that mountain. I could walk across the deep blue sea. I could run faster than that southbound train. That's the effect you have on me. Made your way over and you asked me to dance. I mumbled yes or something to that effect. Your crystal eyes put me in a trance. Never thought you and I would ever connect. The music stopped but we still embraced. No one else in the dance floor, we continued to sway. You kissed my neck and my pulse raised, and it's still racing right up to this day. I could jump over that mountain. I could walk across the deep blue sea. I could run faster than that southbound train. That's the effect you have on me. I could jump over that mountain. I could walk across the deep blue sea. I could run faster than that southbound train. That's the effect you have on me. Thank you all very much. I have the 4 CDs out on the table, free will, whatever you want to put in there. We get them. Hope you enjoy them. Thank you so much. This has been wonderful, wonderful. And stick around. There's more great acts to come. So.
Thomas Johnston, thank you so much. So
You're
wait,
welcome.
we want to figure out what you just said about the CDs. So the CDs, you walk over and then you put money somewhere over there.
Yep.
But it's sort of like honor
It's
system.
whatever
kind of
they
thing.
want to do.
Oh, okay. So that's pretty cool. So there's 4 of them. I was spying them earlier tonight. Okay,
Okay.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thomas Johnston, you're our
Thank you.
unpluggable, yes.
All right. Thank you.
We're going to hand the mic over to Mary.
Okay, all righty, we'll get set for our next act here. And feel free to come down here, Frank Adams, because he is a songwriter who resides in New Hope, Pennsylvania, a town that's near and dear to our hearts because that's where we live. He has recorded with songwriters such as Preston Harrison and Christy Altomare, Broadway's Anastasia, a former band member of the River Rats. He has produced several CDs and authored the recently published Pure Dirt. A recently retired computer scientist, he will perform on the guitar and is happy to visit Cafe Improv after a long hiatus.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are extremely pleased to welcome back to Cafe Improv, Frank Adams.
Hello, everyone. I want to thank all the volunteers. I have known Tom a long time. I used to come up here before the renovation. I guess that's a long time ago. And I don't do this every day. I don't really perform out, but I used to write songs and record people in my basement. And so I'm going to try to get through this. I've been practicing them. I had to relearn my own material because, 2 years with COVID and well, anyway, this song is a spring song. It's something that you might want to sing to your plants. I don't know. Grow like a flower, like a seed into a tower. Grow like a child, like the grass into the wild. Grow like a heart when it sees into the light. Grow like a mountain reaching towards the height. Reach for the sky, for your love never dies. Reach for the sun in the vision we are one. Sing like a bird with a song seldom heard. Grow like a mountain. Lay down and grow free. Grow like a flower, like a seed into a tower. Grow like a child, like the grass into the wild. Grow, lay down and grow free. Thank you. So I find it harder to remember my own lyrics than the songs that I love to listen to. But so I've been doing this for 3 weeks, every day at least once, take a little time out and play these songs so I can get up here and hopefully not flub them. So the next couple, 2018, I was invited down to Beach Haven in May before the season by a friend, thank you buddy, and we wrote a bunch of songs down there, shore-based, about seaside. Being from Jersey, you know, we're here, and I think every other Jersey person is probably down the shore. Right? You down the shore? Okay. Anyway, way back then, 4 years, I was watching TV and I saw this clip of a subway station, and there was a rat in the subway tracks pulling a slice of Brooklyn pizza along. And this was on the news before it hit the internet and went all over the place. And so I was with a couple of friends, and I said, "Hey, did you happen to see that video of there was a rat pulling?" And the lady said, "Oh, you mean the pizza rat?" And we all laughed because we were celebrating a little. So I went to the room and thought, somebody ought to write about that. And so I wrote the ballad of the pizza rat. Okay, give it my best. It has a lot of chord changes and it changes keys and everything. Some like cheese, some like crust. Some walk away, then rather go bust. But dog my cats, I'm a pizza rat. Some like more, some like less. I eat it all, I'm just a pig, I guess. But dog my cats, I'm the pizza rat. Yummy, 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 want to fill my tummy with extra cheese. But when I take a bite of something, snaps my tail off. Oh, holy gee. Now I sit at heaven's gate, but hurry with the pizza now, don't be late. Delivered, I'm the pizza rat. Doughy, 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 it's saucy down below me. That oven is hot. It's a sad, sad story. It's a tale of glory. I soon will run. Now I sit and I wonder why. Pizza fra Diavolo, it makes me cry. 6 feet under, I'm a pizza. Big finish. Thank you very much. That's extra cheese. Okay, so that was a short tune from 4 years ago, and I've got another one on that instrument. So give me a sec here to.
We'll help you.
Can you? Is this off or I'll just put it over there. Excuse me.
You're good.
I've got cable. I don't want to create.
You can upload that. You can upload that.
I'll move that.
There you go.
There you go. Is that working? Okay.
Let me fix that for you.
All right. Thank you.
We're first class joint around here.
And I know that, Thomas P. Hi, Debbie P. One of the great English philosophers once said, you'd think that people would have had enough of silly love songs. I look around, it's not so. Got that? Okay. There's another one with a lot of words to remember. There's a little sailboat on the coral sea, and gentle waves ripple softly for you and me, while we cuddle up close to the silvery moon on a holiday with the daisies in blue. Let's float away with the morning sun. We're castaways having lots of fun. Let's stroll on the beach by the warm seaside, just at the reach from the feelings we had. And if you find a way to stay with me today, I'll love only you. There's a little cafe by the coral sea where we can go for cups of jasmine tea. Then we'll stroll in the sand and fish for the words to catch your eye and win your hand. And if you take the time to meet me on cloud nine, I'll love only you. One more verse and it's never too late for the sunny side, for ice cream cones and a bicycle ride. We go riding along in a carnival song, you and me in the place we belong. So tell me once again, you're with me till the end, and I'll love only you. Do-do-do. And I'll love only you. Thank you. I'm a little dry. Anyway, what's next? Okay. Back to the guitar. And I lived in Jersey for 59 years. And then I retired. I jumped the bridge. Help me on with this. Help me on with this. Yeah, I guess so. As good as it gets. And I don't know. Let it go with that. So when I moved, I found out that I lived close to another songwriter who lived before me there and wasn't around anymore. And, excuse me, it's a little dry. He had passed away, and I learned that the very last song that he had written was a good one. So I arranged it, and I'll bet you know who this is. I'll bet you I know how to play it. Oh, thank you, Thomas. Wasn't there like a politician who did this and they laughed at him? That's how far back I go. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, soft and white, clean and bright. You look happy to see me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. That was Oscar Hammerstein. Okay, I'll finish up with another one of those shore songs. I don't know, I think everyone probably had the experience of being down at the shore at one time or another and wearing those flip-flops. They're kind of spongy, and when you walk, they used to go clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop. Well, I had that kind of thing going on in my head when I wrote this silly little thing called flip-flop. And we'll get through it. Flip, flop, tank, top, beachcomber, soda pop. The sunny side of the sidewalk is always my best side. I'm walking up Ford and Chevy and I thought I'd had a ride. I left, right, and back where I began. I go a-wandering, who knows where I'll land. Don't misunderstand me, I'm just feeling clammy. I got the beachcomber blues in the sand. Is it any wonder, deep in summer slumber, I'm rocking on a lobster roll, and I'm bathed in sunblock, sitting by the bay dock, flip-flopping takes a toll. And now don't misunderstand me, I'm just a feeling clammy, beachcomber blues in my soul. Kick it. Thank you very much for your kind patience, and I wish you all well. I'm glad we survived this far with everything. So I'll see you later.
Thank you so much, Frank Adams.
You're welcome.
So we're getting set up here for Gerry Hazel. He is a singer-songwriter based in Cranford, New Jersey. Gerry is a connector. He engages audiences by touching their hearts with his voice, his lyrics, and his melodies and his arrangements. Gerry's songs are infused with messages about love and peace and social justice. And you can contact him through his website at gerryhazel.com, and that's Gerry with a G. So make sure that you spell that correctly to get him out and get to the correct website there. So
We are Cafe Improv, happens on the fourth Saturday of every month. I can help you with that, Gerry, if you got it. He's got the long arms. I can see that he's well suited for the job. If that hangs in there, let me know. If not, we can fight with that a little further. Ladies and gentlemen, we are extremely pleased to welcome for the very first time ever here to Cafe Improv, Gerry Hazel.
Thank you. It's good to be here. As I went walking that ribbon of highway and saw above me that endless skyway and saw below me that golden valley, I said, this land was made for you and me. I roamed and rambled, and I followed my footsteps through the sparkling sands of her diamond deserts, and all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Was a high wall there that tried to stop me. A sign was painted, said private property, but on the backside it didn't say nothing. This land was made for you and me. When the sun comes shining, then I was strolling in wheat fields waving and dust clouds rolling. The voice was chanting as the fog was lifting. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. One bright sunny morning, in the shadow of the steeple, by the relief office, I saw my people as they stood hungry. I stood there wondering if this land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. Thank you. For those of you who are familiar with that song, you might know that those last two verses are not included in the one that at least I learned in school a bunch of years ago, but they were definitely written by Woody Guthrie. That was his original intent of the song. It was not just about, hey, how great America is. It was, but yes, America's great, but there's still some other stuff going on that needs attention. Speaking of which, I'm going to introduce this next song. I'm going to do a couple of original songs now. And this next song I want to introduce with a little story. On December 14th, 2012, I was at work and I got a call from my sister. She said, "Danny's okay. He's in lockdown, but he's okay." I said, "What are you talking about?" She said, "He's in lockdown. He's at the high school, but he's okay." Danny's my nephew, and my sister lives in Sandy Hook, New Jersey. Her kids had gone to that school, and she spent the next few weeks trying to help friends and neighbors who had lost children that day. Another member of my family was upset about the fact that after the shooting, he couldn't buy ammo for his AR-15. After the shooting, gun owners thought the thing they needed to do was to go out and buy as much ammo as they could before Obama made guns illegal, because of course the president can do that. He was upset he had to go and buy a reloader and pick up his empty cartridges, his empty shells from the range floor and make his own bullets. A few years later, after several more mass shootings, I started writing this song. This song has 3 verses, each of which describes a mass shooting here in the US. If I wrote a verse for every mass shooting that's happened, and a mass shooting defined as 4 or more people shot, not related to a crime or terrorism, if I wrote a verse for every mass shooting that happened in the US and Sandy Hook, the song would have 2,564 verses. There are just too many guns. And this song is called "Cry in the Night." December in the Berkshire foothills. Adam gets ready for school. He says goodbye to his mother. He'll no longer be anyone's fool. He's got a beef with the children. No one will ever know why. AR-15 at the ready. 26 people will die. don't deserve to keep living, and he will take their lives away. Pulse is where it will happen. Soon his bullets will fly. AR-15 at the ready. 48 people will die. The body count goes ever higher. Seems like there's no end in sight. The ammo is stacked to the ceiling. Others cry in the night. Fall has come to the desert. Stephen is ready to go. His arsenal's been assembled for a reason that no one can know. The concert is nearly over. He raises the sight to his eye. AR-15 at the ready. 58 people will die. The body count goes ever higher. Seems like there's no end in sight. The ammo is stacked to the ceiling. Others cry in the night. The body count goes ever higher. Seems like there's no end in sight. The ammo is stacked to the ceiling. Mothers cry in the night. Mothers cry in the night. Thank you. So I'm going to finish up with another song that I wrote that has a completely different message. It's called, what is it called? Sorry, I wrote the wrong song on my set list. It's called Do What You Can. I thought I knew. I came to doubt what I'd been told was true. I thought we would help all those in need. I underestimated power of greed. Too much is never enough. And so I set out to change it all. But every way I turned, I hit a wall. Whatever I could do would never be enough. And so I changed the plan. I told myself, you're just one man. Can't do it all, but do what you can. Can't do it all, but do what you can. Thank you. Good night. Thanks to everybody.
Jerry,
Thanks to the-
Hazel, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Cafe Improv happens on the fourth Saturday of every month. We're going to have a surprise moment here. A surprise moment. Let's get the other surpriser up here, who is.
Do you know the lyrics to these things?
Oh, I do. I know this. So Frank and I play in Preston Harrison's group, and we've had a couple really wonderful, memorable concerts. It's like the greatest concerts I can ever remember playing, and we're playing as a sideman for Preston. And what do you think, G?
For which one?
The Sway.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do a couple of Preston songs. And you guys who come every month, you're gonna know these songs.
Hi, Preston. He's beaming.
Yeah, he's
in.
watching tonight.
He's
by the
beaming
way.
in.
Yeah, he is watching the show.
You can't
so
put anything over on him.
He's figured out that he can watch the show from Vermont, or no, we're in Maine. He's in Maine. Baby, when you walk, you know you sway just like a willow tree. Baby, when you walk, you know you sway just like a willow tree. Oh, child of mine, some kind, come on and sway with me. Sway with me.
Sure.
And our friend Preston. Now, what do you think? Pines and Proud in F? Huh? In F, Pines and Proud? Okay.
If I miss one or two, you'll forgive me.
Johnny used to run 1951 Studebaker champion. The New Egypt Speedway on Saturday nights just for fun. Johnny used to run motorcycle boots and greasy hair. From the Pines and Proud, tell me where's that bad boy now? Johnny used to listen to rockabilly radio. Elvis was king and he worshipped Hank Snow. Johnny used to wear that tattoo that said born to smoke. It's from the Pines and Proud. Tell me where's that bad boy now? Well, he was contesting destiny, playing with fate. He was breaking some rules. He was feeling great. He ran out of time, but it never would crack. He belonged to something that never would come back. It's from the Pines and Proud. Baby, where's that bad boy now?
I see her. Well, I ran around and around and around and around and around and around. They ran in a Bentley. They ran in a Bentley.
It's from the Pines and Proud. Tell me where's that bad boy now? Well, Johnny used to love that little girl. Her name was Mary Lou. With her saddle shoes and her cute little saddle shoes. Johnny used to wear that tattoo that said born to lose. It's from the Pines and Proud. Tell me where's that bad boy now? It's from the Pines and Proud. Tell me where's that bad boy? Where's that bad boy? Where's that bad boy now? Now, there's one song that whenever we play with Preston, I'm always begging him to do it because it's the greatest song he's ever written.
Yeah, he does it really well. But you did it fine.
Yes, and it's based on a true story. For those of you who have never heard it, it's an actual true story. So let's do it in G. And it goes up to.
What you doing now?
But you're going in that round two.
Huh?
Round two in G. Yeah. And it goes up to the C. All right. That's not good. Well, I remember it like it was yesterday. They handed me a pair of hip boots. They said, son, you better wear these things before your feet start turning blue. Well, I looked at the guy with the suit and the tie. He said, what is that stuff? He said, it's none of your concern. But we got more than enough. Your basic tetrachloroethane mixed with acetone, alcohol, solvent, and a little bit of silicone, gasoline. motor oil, and some sulfur to mix with carbon black. What you got's brown goo. Brown goo. Brown goo. Oh, we'd pump it out so we could dump it out in the woods behind the owner's house. What you gonna do with brown goo? So yeah, it's a true story. Preston used to dump toxic waste for the Mercer Rubber Company. Oh, me and Fat Jack used to roll those barrels on up into the truck. All the way to the woods, we'd argue about who was gonna dump that stuff and who was gonna take it easy up upon that old truck's hood, 'cause that stuff looked awful bad and it did not smell good. Your basic tetrachloroethane mixed with acetone, alcohol, solvent, and a little bit of silicone, gasoline and motor oil, and some sulfur too, mixed with carbon black. What you got's brown goo. Brown goo. So we could dump it out in the woods behind the owner's house. What you gonna do with brown goo? Well, this went on for about a year when a local creek began to foam. Oh, the DEP caught the factory and they would not leave them alone. So now we take the stuff to the city dump by the Delaware River, and I thank the Lord above that the Champagne Brewery is upstream of brown goo. Oh, we'd pump it out so we could dump it out in the woods behind the owner's house. What you gonna do with brown goo? Thank you so much. This concludes this episode of Cafe Improv. We are so thrilled to have you here. Thank you all for coming. We'll see you guys next time. Our next time is the fourth Saturday of June, which is like the 20-something or other. 25th, I don't know, something. 25th. Okay, thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next time. The show is broadcast on Monday nights at 8 p.m. at cnjn.org, or it's also on Roku at Princeton TV or CNJN, Central New Jersey Network. And they show the first half of the show, the first week, and then the second half of the show the next week, and then they go back to the first half, and then they go. So it's 2 weeks, and it's broadcast. Monday's a holiday, so they may wait another week before they show the first half of the show, but it might be on this Monday. But if not, it'll be last month's show this Monday. So it's 8 p.m. if you followed me. 8 p.m. on Monday on Cafe Improv on the CNJN Princeton TV.
Zero
Thank
is
you so much.
undefined.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm sorry. Good night.